Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sheikah Blessed, and I am back with yet another video. Yes guys, it is almost that season that we all dread. That time of the year that you receive those wonderful love letters from the IRS. And of course, if you haven't experienced it, you're probably dreading that experience. Or if you have experienced it, you're probably like, I don't ever want to have to deal with this again. So today we're going to dive right into the topic, what to do in the event you receive a letter from the IRS. All right, guys. So stay tuned. And if you're not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I drop new videos such as this one or when I'm live and you can join in and ask questions. Anyways, guys, I'm going to dive right into it. Please let me know how you feel in the comments about notices from the IRS. If you've ever received one, how you went about handling it, and whether or not you had your issue resolved with the IRS based on the letter or notice that you things first, guys, the IRS sends out tons of letters every year to taxpayers for different reasons. So you want to find out what type of letter is it that you receive from the IRS? Is it a CP 2000? Is it a CP 501? Is it a CP 88? Is it a CP 14? Is it a CP 503? Is it a CP 22A? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. As you guys know, I have experience working with the IRS, so these letters and notices are things that I would see on a daily basis. All right. So again, you want to find out what letter it is that you receive from the IRS. All right. And you can normally find out by looking up in the top right-hand corner of the letter. It will tell you what type of letter it is. All right. The next thing you want to know is what year. What year is this letter referring to? A lot of people make a huge mistake of just assuming that because they receive a letter in 2021, that it is regarding their most recently filed tax return, which is normally we're in 2021, so we're filing 2020 returns. So a lot of people receive letters and they're thinking that, oh, this is regarding my return that I just filed. No, you want to pay very close attention to the tax year. The IRS can go back 7-10 years and review information, and they can send you letters regarding any of those tax years if they feel that there's something that is incorrect or if there's something that needs adjustment. So pay very close attention to the year of the notice, the tax year that the notice is referring to. The next thing you want to know is why. Why are you receiving a notice? Sometimes people receive notices in the mail. The most recent notice that's been going out is actually regarding your stimulus payment. A lot of people see it on their informed delivery with the post office, and they're freaking out already. Oh my God, I got a letter from the IRS. When in fact the letter is just to confirm that, hey, we've sent you your stimulus payment and you should be receiving it if you haven't received it already. Trust me, I've had tons of customers call me about a letter. Oh, I have a letter coming. What could it be? And when they get the letter is just saying, hey, we deposited your stimulus. I hope you received it. That's basically it. Okay, guys. By the way, hold on to those notices because it can make a difference when you go to file your tax return. All right. The next thing you want to know after you find out why they're sending you the notice, what year it's about, and what kind of notices it is, you want to know what it is that you need to do next. Now, I don't know about any other tax professional, but myself, I personally recommend that everyone who receives a notice from the IRS, their first course of action is to go to irs.gov, go to get my transcripts, and you need to see what the IRS is seeing. If it's anything regarding your income, your dependents, anything regarding your tax account or your tax return, you want to see what the IRS is seeing. So you definitely need to pull a record of account for the tax year that the IRS is referring to. You want to pull a account transcript, not a return transcript, an account transcript for that tax year. Well, while you're at it, you might as well go ahead and get a return transcript if you don't know what is on your tax return for that year. But you most definitely need a record of account for that tax year, an account transcript for that tax year, and just go ahead and get the return transcript for that tax year, because The thing is, a lot of people, when they drop off their tax return with their preparers, even though the preparer gives them the return, they never look at it. So they don't know what's on their return. So if you already have a copy of your tax return, you don't need your return transcript. If you don't have a copy of your tax return, please go ahead and get your return transcript. First of all, you should always know what is on your tax return. Okay, you should never be in the dark about what your preparer put on your return, because you are going to be held liable for whatever is reported on that tax return. So please be sure that you know what is on your tax return. All right. So we already spoke about what kind of notice is it? What year is it about? What is it about? And also, what do you do? So let's talk about what do you do. Again, my recommendation, your first course of action should be to go ahead and take a look at what the IRS is seeing, which is take a look at your account transcript, take a look at your record of account, and also take a look at the return transcript if you do not have a copy of your tax return. Now, once you have all this information, you are equipped to determine what your first course of action will be. Depending on the type of notice that you receive, you might need to amend a tax return, you might need to file a tax return, or you might need to simply submit documentation. Now, sometimes the IRS receive tax returns, and these returns might have errors on them, like math errors and things of that nature. Some of these errors can be fixed by the IRS without any information or any kind of correspondence being sent back and forth between the client and the IRS. But in some instance, the IRS can go ahead and ask for information so that they can help you with fixing your return. A lot of people freak out about those kind of notices because they feel as though the IRS is auditing me. I'm going to owe, I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to have to do that. It might simply be that there was something missing from the tax return and they need information to go ahead and help you to get your refund or your return process. So not all situations where the IRS is asking for information results in you owing a balance or, anything like that, you getting in trouble. So you want to pay close attention to why and, go ahead and follow up with the IRS. Now, I will say this. Most people who take health insurance from the marketplace on healthcare.gov, they forget to include some information with their tax return. If you're receiving healthcare or a health plan or insurance or whatnot, whatever you guys want to call it, Obamacare, from the marketplace, from the health insurance marketplace, which is healthcare.gov, and some of the other programs that are out there, you should receive a Form 1095A. If you receive a Form 1095A, there is some additional forms that you must file along with your tax return so that they can determine whether or not you will have PTC or premium tax credit, or if you need to make any payments back, because those plans actually have their income restricted. So they give you the plan based on your income and the dependents and your household size or whatnot, or whatever you reported to them when you signed up for the plan. But when you file your tax return, if there's changes in your household, in your income and things of that nature, the IRS may ask you for additional information so they can determine whether the credit you received was too much or the credit you received was too little. Some people provide additional forms and information to the IRS and they end up getting a bigger refund. Some people provide forms and information to the IRS and they end up owing a little bit of money. All right. But either way, you want to make sure that you're taking action. Never, ever, ever receive a notice from the IRS that requires action and not take action. A lot of times you might feel like this is the end of the road for me. I'm going to owe, I'm not going to reply. I'm just going to leave it there. It's not going to go away. It will not go away. The only way for it to go away is for you either to take care of the balance they're saying that you owe or might owe, or for you to go ahead and take action so you can determine what is the best course, that you should follow to either reduce the amount of debt if there's debt, increase your refund if it's a refund increase, get the remainder of your refund, because sometimes the IRS will also send you letters saying that, hey, we've given you a partial amount of your refund because we need additional documentation to release the remainder. A lot of people lose out on their refund because they get the notice, they instantly get scared, and then they just decide, I'm not sending anything. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to wait. That's not good. Don't be scared. If you receive a letter from the IRS and you're not sure what to do, please feel free to contact me. You can go to sbntgroup.com or kobecansolutions.com. Send me a message, send an email. You can also email us at info@sbntgroup.com or info@kobecansolutions.com. Either way, you can request for Sheikah by name. It doesn't matter. We will go ahead and take a look at your situation and see if it's something that we can help you with. Of course, we're not tax attorneys, so we cannot represent you in front of the IRS if you end up going to tax court, but we most definitely can give you some guidance and let you know what you can do. If you need to amend a tax return, we can help you with amending a tax return. If you need to send information to the IRS, we can help you with sending information to the IRS. If you are scared to talk to the IRS, you can give us a power of attorney or temporary power of attorney or permission. You can give us different permission to talk to the IRS on your behalf. So please, please, please do not freak out if you receive a notice from the IRS. There is help, there is hope, okay? And we are more than happy to go ahead and help you with your IRS problem. Now, this is one last topic I'm going to go over before I go ahead and end this video. Okay, so some people are like, Sheikah, I owe the IRS like $25,000. Can you, these people I'm seeing on TV, can they really help me to drop my balance to like zero or whatnot? I'm going to say this based on my own experience and nothing else, okay? Based on my own experience, the only ways that I have seen balances disappear from the IRS is either by you paying the balance, or if you do end up going to court and the judge rules in your favor and dismisses the balance. Those are the only two instances where I see the balance disappear. Now, if it's an incorrect calculation, incorrectly filed return, math errors on the return, and you filed the correct return, there is a possibility that you can make that balance go away. There is also one option called an offer and compromise, and I'll probably do a video on it later on. This is where you say to the IRS, hey, I know I owe you $50,000, but I can pay you $25,000 if you would just wipe everything clean. There are some instances where you can request an offer and compromise, but that is something you have to be eligible for. And then there is a process that involves the IRS reviewing your financial information to determine whether or not they will go ahead and accept your offer. So anyways, guys, let me go ahead and recap the video before I go ahead and end it. All right, guys. So if you received a letter from the IRS, these are the things you need to find out. Number one, what type of letter did you receive from the IRS, right? Number two, what tax year are they referring to on the letter? Number three, why are they sending you a letter? All right. Number four, what do you do next? All right. And remember, as I told you, before you take any action, you must see what the IRS is seeing. You want to see your return transcript. You want to see your account transcript. You want to see your record of account. You can get that information by going to irs.gov, go to Get Tax Record, and go to Get My Transcript or Get Tax Record online, and you can download them right from your computer. In order to register for irs.gov account, you must have something that is reporting to the credit bureau, a car loan, a mortgage, a credit card, or something that they can use to verify your identity. But usually once you have all that information, you're now equipped to take action and to respond to the notice that you receive from the IRS. Now, I do want to let you guys know, some of these letters and notices will have codes on them, and you guys might not understand what the codes mean. This is where I come in. So if you guys want to get help, if you received a letter or notice from the IRS, please feel free to reach out to me and I will be more than happy to assist you. Again, go to www.sbntgroup.com or go to www.kobecansolutions.com or send us an email at info@sbntgroup.com or info@kobecansolutions.com. All right, guys. So I hope this video was very helpful. Please let me know. Drop your comments down below. If you received a letter from the IRS, did you get your issue resolved? And what was the letter or notice about? I know your stories, guys. I'm very interested to hear what your experience is as far as like letters and notices that you received from the IRS. All right, guys. That is all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And again, if you're not yet a subscriber, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notification alerts so you know when I drop new videos and also when I am live so you can join in and get answers to your questions. All right, guys, please stay safe.